She was once a child with no home, escaping turmoil with nothing but hope. And now she's one of the most recognizable faces in advertising. You might know her as the quirky Lily from the AT&T commercials, but Milana Vayntrub's real story runs far deeper than a smile in a 30-second ad. Her life is packed with unexpected twists, emotional depth, and an unwavering drive to change the world. From fleeing a collapsing empire to breaking into Hollywood, Milana's journey isn't just impressive, it's inspiring. Behind every commercial, role, or campaign lies a backstory shaped by hardship, passion, and bold choices. And what she's done outside the spotlight? That's where things get even more surprising. Milana Vayntrub was born in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, during a time when the Soviet Union was still standing, but just barely. Her Jewish family faced rising anti-Semitism and political instability, forcing them to flee when Milana was just 2 years old. They arrived in the U.S. as refugees, with little more than determination and a dream of safety. Starting over in a new country meant learning a new language, adapting to a new culture, and dealing with poverty from day one. But those early hardships became the foundation of her resilience. Milana has openly spoken about the sacrifices her parents made, working long hours to build a future she could thrive in. Their courage gave her a deep sense of gratitude and drive. It wasn't glamour or fame that shaped her. It was survival. And long before Hollywood came calling, Milana was already learning what it meant to fight for a better life. Milana's first step into the spotlight came early. At just 8 years old, she landed a recurring role on the hit medical drama ER. Her talent was clear from the start, and it didn't take long before she picked up small roles on shows like Days of Our Lives. For many kids, that would have meant an unstoppable rise to fame. But Milana chose a different path, stepping away from acting during her teen years to explore life outside the screen. That break wasn't a setback. It was a reset. While studying at UC San Diego, she rediscovered her love for performing, this time on her own terms. With more clarity and life experience, she came back sharper, funnier, and more driven than ever. It wasn't about being a child star anymore. It was about becoming a force in an industry that rarely makes space for fresh voices. And Milana was ready to carve out her own. In 2013, Milana took on what seemed like a simple gig, playing Lily Adams, the cheerful AT&T store rep. But the moment the ads hit screens, something clicked. Her charm, wit, and natural delivery made her instantly memorable. What started as a commercial role turned into a cultural moment, with Lily becoming one of the most recognizable faces on TV. Yet behind the cheerful persona was an actress with much bigger ambitions. The exposure led to real opportunities. She landed a recurring role in This Is Us as Sloane Sandberg and brought Marvel's Squirrel Girl to life in Marvel Rising. But she didn't just stick to acting. Milana directed, wrote, and began building her own projects. She proved that commercial fame didn't have to be a creative cage. For her, it was a launch pad. And suddenly, Hollywood couldn't ignore her anymore. Milana never forgot where she came from, or the millions of people still living through what she once escaped. In 2016, as images of the Syrian refugee crisis flooded headlines, something in her shifted. She traveled to Greece to volunteer at refugee camps, and what she witnessed there led her to launch the social movement Can't Do Nothing. It wasn't a PR move. It was personal. She saw her own past in the faces of those fleeing war and devastation. Since then, Milana has used her platform to advocate for displaced families, challenge political indifference, and spark empathy where it's needed most. While other celebrities chase red carpets, she's been chasing impact. Whether it's through hands-on relief work or rallying her audience to take action, she's proving that compassion isn't just part of her story, it's her mission. And in a world full of noise, Milana's voice stands out for the right reasons. Milana Vayntrub isn't just an actress or an activist or a former refugee. She's the rare kind of person who refuses to be defined by a single title. She's taken each chapter of her life, no matter how painful or unpredictable, and turned it into something meaningful. Whether she's delivering laughs on screen or delivering supplies across the world, she moves with purpose. And her story? It's far from over. With projects in development, a growing influence, and a passion that never seems to fade, Milana is only getting started. From fleeing a collapsing empire to becoming a quiet powerhouse in Hollywood and beyond, she's living proof that resilience isn't just about survival. It's about showing the world what you're capable of.